the 20.
Yeah, that's nothing to fear.
Nah, it ain't nothing to feel, but I just
Now, I
already.
already had a knock on the 14th.
For real?
Yeah.
I ain't even know that, all right. You see, I'm just communicate with you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
Wow.
how it comes. When we be talking and start vibing, that's when the messages start coming in.
Correct. It's the energy.
Yep. The channel open.
I don't know if I seen a red glare side of my eyes on, bro. Hey, but I seen something, but hey, I don't know, Aunt Rod. But Aunt Rod, I want to ask you a question, another question.
Mm-hmm.
How could I connect with my grandma that's with me right now? How could I make a strong connection with her?
Spend time with her. Look.
I'm always spending time with her. Look, mama.
Look. When I mean spend time with her, I mean conversate with her. Find out what she like. Find out what make her heart happy. That's the connection. By learning that with your grandma, when you meet your chick, it's gonna make that relationship more communicable, where you can communicate better.
Right.
You know. She ain't on the other side. She here with him. He just want to be more close to her. You know. So you just spend more time talking to her. Ask her about her childhood. You know what I'm saying? Ask her about her mom and her dad. Ask her about her siblings when they was little. She got stories to tell your ass. What? She ain't get this old for nothing. She got stories to tell your ass. Some of them gonna have you laughing. Some gonna have you crying.
But
But
I got to get
that
through.
bond that is created from having her tell you those things and asking her about them things is priceless.
Correct.
It's the same thing you're supposed to do with your girl. Get to know her. Ask her questions about her ambitions in life and shit. You know what I mean? But we think we know her, so we gonna try to tell her to do what I tell you to do. If we really knew her, we wouldn't have to tell her to do what I tell you to do. She'd be asking you what we need to do next.
Right. Right. Uncle Rod, you know you thought.
Yes, sir. I already know. Nigga, when I first came to myself, my higher self came to me, and I'm looking at this big bird beak motherfucker in front of me, man, I almost shit my pants in my dream. And he didn't talk with words, he talked with telepathy. I said, "Who is you?" He said, "I am you. I am Tahuti." And I was like, "Oh shit." The look was so piercing. And then I was like, well, "What you mean, you me?"
Uncle Rod. So, 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 what it is when your shadow self done came to you twice already? Cause I done seen my shadow side when I was young, and I done seen it when I was at my middle age.
First, we're depending on what you mean by your shadow self.
Shadow self, I'm talking about like my shadow self. Like I'm saying, when I was young, I came out my grandma's gate, and when I got to the end of the gate, a big shadow came across me like this. Woo! I'm like, what the? I froze and I got the chills. And I came back to myself. I said, shit, I gotta keep walking down the road. I kept walking down the road or whatever. I said, what was that? And I said, I ain't paying no attention because I kept walking. So, like, later on in life, like, when I turned, like, about 17, 18, 19, my grandma told me don't smoke no weed in her yard. So I went outside and I rolled my shit up and I was smoking my weed. So I looked at the garbage can shadow. I looked next to the garbage can shadow. I said, him in shadow. So I turned my whole head like this and I wiped my eyes. I'm like, man, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. Man, this week I'm tripping. So I look back to the garbage can shadow and I look next. And next to the garbage can shadow, I see the human shadow still. And I look back out and I don't see nobody. I drop my joint, leave that shit right there and go in the house.
Look, shadows sometimes is somebody standing there outside of your field of vision. You can't see them with the naked eye, but they can still affect the light spectrum that you can see. Because when the light goes through them, the spectrum that they catch casts a shadow.
right? And it was like about 6'5", 6'5", the height.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Somebody, sister, my son saw a cat walk behind a car, come out the other side, a tall man with a top hat. Yeah, know who that is. I don't want to touch that one right there. That's a hot topic.
Oh, all right. Let me tell you about this one. So, how about that bitch at Leah came to me a time ago when I was young? Ain't know nothing about none of this. Ain't know nothing. He presented himself to me. I had a dream. I came to all white room. He came to me as a man, no, a woman first. He said, join my army. I said, no. He came to me as his devilish self. He said, join my army. I said, no. He came to me as a man. I told him no, he flee.
He can only ask you 3 times.
Yeah. But he worked through people though. He worked through his kind.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can see that evil in their eyes, and when they look at me, they give me some creepy look like this. I be like, what the? I say, well, I ain't got time for that day. I don't. Better than that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like, but I'm looking at the comments. They're identifying the cat behind the car, Papa Legba.
Sounds like Papa.
So, the Orisha come in families in rank. They don't send the highest ranked family member first. They send you in different waves. And when the Legba calls Ogun, he opened up the way for Ogun. He show him what's going on, and Ogun come through and put it all on the floor. Bust that shit up. Right? Now these are archetypes in the that we play out in the real world.
Crazy back in the day.
Just like
we
Bass.
was the
like
original cowboys, right? We was the original cowboys, right?
Man, I was talking about that earlier. Horses is native to over here. They told us the Spanish brought horses over here.
So we was the first people, like nobody else, no other.
We've been riding horseback since motherfucking this was Atlantis. Cowboys and aliens in this bitch.
Dang.
And the camel is native to America.
Yeah, but they sell it to us like it's from the Middle East in the deserts in the Middle East over there.
That's so we can't unlock the Shriners.
Yo, you know what's so crazy? What I tell people a lot, yo, they be always like, "Well, why the pyramids still intact over there?" Because that go with their story and telling that we all come from Africa, and they wanted to leave some old stuff up so it could look like we connect with it, right? That's what they was doing.
Talking about here?
No, I'm talking about over in what's that, Giza, or over in Africa, where
Man,
they still
that's
got the
Hollywood,
pyramids at.
man. Listen, that's Hollywood. That ain't even the real shit. That's just Hollywood. That's where we went. We was over there educating motherfucking Inky kids in the north and putting a buffer between Inky and Enlil so they won't be tearing each other up. And we was reenacting the holy drama, which was the court case that gave us the Pleiadian light lock. That's what the whole fucking Giza complex is all about. Telling us that the orders came from Orionos, the Orion constellation, and it came from our Pleiades, which is the Canary Islands, to put us in the light lock for fucking 6,000 years.
Dang.
Right? But it really lasted 36,000 years.
36,000 years?
Yeah, before the last ice age. We've been in a light lock that long. So what they did is the Earth had got destroyed in the war. So they shut everything down, including our intelligence, and said, now build that shit back up from scratch.
That's like when you said they put like a little something on our DNA, right? So we can't use all of it, right? That's coming back though, right?
Yep. Enki designed it that when the solar flares start popping like they is now, and when the stars align to where they are now, it'll start to activate what's known as junk DNA.
That makes sense. Yo, what's up with the moon being out all day long? Just that thing, yo, that joint look like it's on top of the buildings downtown. I'm in Philly. That joint look like it's like you could jump up one of them buildings and touch that joint. That's how close it is. What's up with that? Then it's
Hey,
like,
that motherfucker. Hey, the moon a battleship.
I know.
Let some shit get thick. That motherfucker pull off.
Yo, one day motherfuckers didn't believe me. Yo, that motherfucker was bloodshot red, right? It was on the corner, like out of the corner of my block, right? It only take me about 40 seconds to run in the house, grab my phone, and come back and record it. I got back probably 30 seconds later, it was gone. Like, I ain't see it fly off or nothing, but it disappeared. Motherfuckers like, bro, you sure you seen the moon, bro? I'm like, yeah, I seen the moon, bro. Bloodshot, that joint was bloodshot red too, right? Low in orbit, like real low in orbit.
Hey, look, it's a spot in northwest, north of Alaska. The moon, it looked like you could reach out and touch that motherfucker.
I believe you. You can see it that close in Philly. So I know certain parts is even closer. It looked, I'm telling you, man, that joint's so close. Yeah, the moon's so close.
Y'all
right
gonna
now.
be seeing
I
a
know
lot of
something about
anomalies. Y'all gonna be seeing a lot of anomalies in Philly because the Scottish Rite had put a sigil map curse on Philly. That's why they moved the capital.
The real capital is Philadelphia, right? Where they signed the Constitution and all that, right? It makes sense, yeah. Washington D.C. ain't no fucking cat. That's the throw off, right?
It's a foreign enclave. It's an embassy. That's it. It's closed now, though.
Oh, I already know. What's up with the art museum? What's in the art museum? Nothing.
Which one? You got a bunch of them.
The one down the Parkway, the Philadelphia Art Museum on the Parkway.
It's a lot of shit in there. Those paintings in there tell stories.
Somebody said it was the gates to hell in there.
Oh, that's the gate to the motherfucking vault. Did you see the movie with Nicolas Cage, National Treasure?
Yeah.
The entrance to the vault that he's talking about is in Philly. That's why it was the capital.
Man, that's deep. That's deep. I know a lot of stuff be making sense to me though. I'm like, how the Capitol in Washington D.C. when they signed the Constitution and all that in Philadelphia and the Liberty Bell here, Independence Hall, like what happened to that? They just, we're gonna switch it up and send everything to Washington D.C. now.
Right, because that was ran by organic people from the land. They needed their own enclave to operate from, or else they would have fell under our jurisdiction.
Because at one point the United States was only a little bit of like Pennsylvania and what was it? A little bit of New Jersey and a little bit of New York, right?
Yeah,
that was the original United States, right?
Yeah, what we call the Northeast.
The Northeast.
Yep.
Yeah, I already know something about to pop off, though, right? I can feel it. I can see it.
Hey, look, the lightning bolt.
I've been like, no lie, not to cut you off, but like the past 2 weeks, yo, like I've been like super happy. It just out of nowhere. And I mean, when I'm telling you, I've been getting crazy money out of like just blessings on blessings on blessings out of nowhere lately, yo. I just been in like abundance, like happy. Like it don't nothing really make even somebody be on some bullshit. I'll be mad for 2 seconds and be like, man.
Yeah. So Philly got a lot of good shit coming to it. When the people realize that they don't have to fight each other no more, everybody gonna eat. Soon as they realize
I can't wait for that.
The only reason why we gotta, because Philly a city where they grind hard in Philly.
Yeah, I'm in South Philly, so you know that's the smallest part of Philly. So you know everybody know each other, everybody cousins, but we still kill each other. You feel me? Right. You going to war with a motherfucker 2 blocks away, you might go to war with a nigga right next door, 2 doors down. That's how tight it is.
That's Philly culture. That's because of that's the curse they put on Philly. Philly was the city of brotherly love for a reason.
Exactly. So it don't make sense.
You couldn't get 2 people from Philly to fight each other. But if you came from Boston, they'd beat your ass together. That's why they called it the city of brotherly love.
It ain't like that no more, Rod.
They look, it'll come back. But they used to be like, that's my brother. I ain't fighting him. He's from Philly.
I ain't gonna lie. It's still some hospitality here, yo. But there's a little
The culture is still simmering. We finna turn that bitch back up to a boil. It's
Yeah,
gonna
I
always be wired in the Philly. Only thing happened is divide and conquer made y'all form cliques.
yeah, we rep block. You know, everybody got gangs and all that. We rep our block, whatever block you
Yep,
grew up on, or the 2 block radius around. That's where you from.
yep.
We don't got no gangs and none of that over here. We don't know bloods. I mean, you know, since the internet came out, you got little people that's doing their little blood and Crip stuff, but we call them, to be honest, they like the weirdos. If you want to be technical in the city, they ain't the ones doing the real stuff. Like, you feel me? Then a lot of people down here think that a lot of this killing going on be like drug related. Man, half of these motherfuckers be dying over women, yeah. More than 95% of it be you fucking with this and he getting a little bit more money than it's crazy, yo. Like you said, yo, I can't wait until the motherfucking frequency and the energy change and we just start loving each other again and just let everybody know, like, yo, it's enough for everybody. I thought the internet had changed that a little bit. You see how many people lit out here, yo, and we still fighting and killing over crumbs, yo. It's crazy, yo. It's crazy. I thought a motherfucker like me would start talking like, you know, getting in what I get in, and people would be like, damn, now Sean talking like that, damn, oh. Cause I'm the thorough nigga where I come from, right? Like the cool nigga everybody want to be around from everywhere. Anybody I go around, it don't matter what type of person you is, you gonna take a liking to me and want to be around me, yo. So I'm thinking that once I got on it, you know, people would be like, damn, what's Sean talking about? No, you know what they did to me, right? Then that motherfucker lost his mind. How the fuck I lost my mind when I'm still doing the same shit I've been doing? I'm just looking at shit different.
Because you don't fit in the box they made for you. If you fit in the box, then they would be, you know, it wouldn't be no big deal. But you don't fit in the box.
I know. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't been looking that crazy lately because them same people I done heard been calling me crazy. Be, man, what's going on with this? It looking a little fishy. I know it's gonna be real crazy, and y'all gonna be all. They're gonna be all trying to reach out to me, right? It's cool. I ain't gonna give them the cool shit. I'm gonna just say I tried to get y'all on board back then.
Well, they're lining up. Everybody got to bump straight in the end. I'm gonna take another call. I'm gonna let you drop down. I don't know how much longer I got.
Yeah, go ahead. My bad. I ain't want to burn you out like that. It's always
oh no, you good. You good because I mean you be the burnt up the whole line.
Yeah, you already know. You already know. All right, Rod.
All right, peace, God.
All right.
So y'all see this book right here? Hey,
how are you?
You good? Tell the people where you call it from.
I'm calling from Ohio.
Ohio in the house?
Buckeye
State?
Yeah, I mean, I'm from. What'd you say about Ohio?
Buckeye State.
Yes, yeah, I'm from Cleveland. A question I wanted to ask because first I want to tell you I'm so honored to talk to you. When you first followed me, I was going through such a hard time, and like, you know, the Matrix will try to pull you, try to get you, try to capture you, you know, and they gonna send everything at you. But it was like, you have followed me. I've been studying you for like probably 4 years. I feel like I always said I never felt safe here, but my spirit was awakened when my soul was awakened in 2019. And I've been studying you since then. So a question I asked is, I know one time I had seen that you were on live with someone and they were talking about the straw man and 1099A and all the authentication processes. And you were basically saying like, in a sense, you're still a part of the U.S. corporation. So should a person seek to start learning about consumer laws, or is it already over?
Listen, you can learn about everything. There's nothing wrong with learning about it. But you act on it before you become fully informed. You set yourself up for failure. The thing with that 1099 OID, 1099A, the redemption format that they have in the nationality agreements is those are all slave contracts that is performance based slave contracts. And the fucked up part about them is you the only motherfucker obligated to hold up your end of the contract because the people you contracting with have no honor. They don't respect your part of the contract at all. That's because they never signed the treaties that the contract stemmed from with the organic people. They brought people over here to masquerade as us and gave them chief status by presidential order, and then they signed treaties in our name. But it was never us. None of the organic tribes agreed to ever sign treaties. All of the treaties were signed with $5 Indians.
Okay.
So they had to go get certification, and the filing fee was $5, and then the federal government recognized them. The Bureau of Indian Affairs is who they fall under, right? And the FBI is the law. That's who enforce law on reservations, right? If it would have been our people, and then they would have used the marshal and the sheriffs in the local area to enforce tribal laws on the land. We have tribal courts that's been there, that's never left. When you used to go to court in early colonial America and you was organic to the land and you told them who your chief was, your chief or a competent delegate would go argue the jurisdictional matter because they never had jurisdiction over us. Now you don't see Chief so-and-so as the attorney no more. But when you read in the old cases, they'll say he had so-and-so and so-and-so who is chief such and such from the such and such clan came in on his behalf, right? And then they go into how they negotiated the treaty. The warrants is an ongoing declaration of war against individuals by squatters on the land. A warrant is a war rant. A rant is an ongoing statement of war. The Supreme Court ruled that the organic people over here is perpetual enemy combatants. And the first time I seen it in law until the 1990s, the late 90s or the early 2000s, it was an enemy combatant was mentioned in the law in the Supreme Court way back in like the 1800s. So this is why when we try to fight for civil rights, we fighting to be included in the corporate fiction under our straw man capacity. When we do that, we tell the system we are imbeciles in law because we don't know their jurisdiction is defective, because they have no statement of jurisdiction from the executive branch of their own government, and their own government Supreme Court said that they was a foreign corporation operating on native land. This is all in their law. This is rulings by their courts. So they already acknowledge that they don't belong here, and that if we ever get our shit together, there ain't nothing they can do but get the fuck out the way.
Amen.
So all that paperwork shit is a paper trap that locks you in with a paper chain.
That's what I figured, because I mean I've been seeing things about it, but it's like if it's over, it's over. We ain't got to keep doing all of this with y'all. And I see a lot of people's like people ask me all the time, like, what made you change your mind, or what made you look at life differently? And like, I don't think it. I feel like we all are we come here and we are just like I tell people, you're not even yourself. You're not even you. Like, so much of you is not you. Like, so much of you is your school, your religion, your ethnicity. And so much of you is not you. So when you really take a step back and really want to figure out you, because I tell people all the time, spirituality was not about finding self. It was about getting what is going on here? What is this? What is everything that's going on? And really wanting to understand the oneness of everything. So I thank you for that. I really didn't have any questions. I've been trying to get on here with you for so long to even ask that.
Why you ain't inbox me? You've been around that long. You know I answer as many people as I can.
But you're a busy man. I know people be bombarding you with so much.
That don't stop nobody else from reaching out.
I
ain't hard to find.
I know you right up there. You right by me, like right by me.
Mm-hmm.
But
right up the road.
I appreciate you so much, because everybody think they so tough and so gangsta. So we gonna see how tough everybody is very soon. We gonna see.
They must ain't hear what Mustafa Farrakhan said.
What she say? I'll be trying to get off of here.
Look, Mustafa said the Messiah, the most sane out of all of us, he got some crazy ass followers.
100%. A lot of people didn't think I was like, because I don't say I'm spiritually gifted, because we all are spiritually gifted, but I didn't know who I was. And people be like, oh, you think you're, because when I tell people that we are gods and we are also chaos energy, they kind of look at me like, what are you talking about?
That's the same thing.
Thank you. Where do everything come from?
Only difference is when you say we gods, you're speaking from a religious perspective. When you say we chaos energy, you're describing us using physics. That's it. That's like saying I'm dirt. Now I'm talking about geology.
Mm.
So when Clans 13 Next labeled them gods and earths, that's the same shit. The gods emerged from the earth. The child was born to Mother Earth. Same shit.
The
Right?
universe.
The chaos found order.
Mm. That's deep. I needed that.
So they be talking and they be thinking you be saying something different from them because they don't even know the fucking language they talking.
People hate when I ask them all the time. I like, what does that word mean? People get so upset. Everything doesn't have to have a meaning. I'm like, I just want you to know what you're doing, when you're saying what you're saying, why you're saying what you're saying, because they know that we didn't need. And I tell people think I'm losing my mind. I tell people we never had sex. We didn't need all this stuff we're doing. We weren't doing this stuff. So
we've been fucking a long time. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, we have been.
Ever since the women decided to have men as companions on Earth, we've been fucking.
Centuries.
But there was a time where the women didn't have men on Earth to fuck with, so wasn't no fucking going on. It was probably a bunch of hugging and kissing, touching and licking, but wasn't no fucking going on. But one day, a group of women sat down and was like, "Hey, we need to create somebody. I'm tired of feeling breasts. I want to feel some strong pectoral muscles. I want a motherfucker with some motherfucking girth on his arms. I'm tired of touching them on soft, dainty arms. That's, so now they decided to make man. That's why it's two creations in Genesis. The first one was when the sisters got together, the original guys, and said, let us make them in our image. And they created them in tribes and families. It was Genesis 1:26-27. Then along come a fake God and fucked up genetics, talking about let us make a Gulum like that man over there.
Mm.
Fucking idiots. They not gonna never be smarter than Big Mama.
Ever.
Everything they know is already in her mind. And my mama say, check out your mind because I'm gonna be with you all the time.
One final question I want to ask. So my mom, she suffers, I don't think she suffers from any mental disorder, but she has, for years, she has always said that she sees things, hear things. And I feel like she is, like, I know for a fact she is my big mama. Like, I know this because I feel like she is the person that all the spirits come to, because she doesn't take death well. Like, she doesn't really deal with stuff like that well, but they have diagnosed her with schizophrenia, bipolar 2, depression, PTSD, all these things. So she's currently trying to stop taking the medicine.
You want to take them one by one and we tell you what they really is?
Yes, please. Let me actually write this down because I'll be trying to talk to her about this stuff, and I'm really into herbal medicines and things like that because I want her to get off the medicine, but I don't want her to spiral and not really know how to deal with her chaos energy because I don't think she know how to grasp it.
What the medication have withdrawal effects. That's what you're more worried about. That's
the thing. So she'll stop. She won't take it for like a couple days, and she won't sleep. She can't sleep. Only way she can sleep is if she take the medicine.
That's because her higher self is wide awake.
Mm-hmm.
She gotta sedate the body. She's not sedating her higher self. She can't put that motherfucker to sleep. Remember what Dick Gregory say? Once you put these glasses on, you can't take these motherfuckers off. Believe me, I've tried everything but a crowbar to get them off, and they won't go nowhere.
They going nowhere. They won't. They don't. I tell people all the time, I've always been this person, but I found myself trying to water it down.
Yeah, I never tried to water it down, but I tried to ignore it and run from it. And the faster I ran, every time I bumped into the motherfucker in front of me. Look, I thought I left you behind me. What the fuck you doing here?
Okay, so schizophrenia, what would that be? Like, what is that?
It's called clairvoyance.
Okay.
It's a psychic ability to hear other channels in the universe.
Clairvoyance.
The key to conquering schizophrenia is do a lot of math problems and to determine which one of the voices is yours. So you got to systematically, when you hear voices in your head, ask them who you are, where you come from, and why you here. And if they don't answer, then you got to tell them to leave and don't come back, motherfucker. Make sure you put motherfucker at the end.
My mom loved listening. She loved that one, so she gonna love that. Okay, so I got that. Bipolar. She had bipolar depression.
Right. So the bipolar means that she's emotionally sensitive where something can trigger her to go from one extreme to the other. The remedy for that is fasting that gives you control of your emotional self.
And then PTSD.
That's probably the only real one she might have.
Okay.
Post-traumatic stress disorder, aka post-traumatic slave disorder, is the condition that they manufacture by instituting trauma in order to make you trauma bond instead of truly bond. A trauma bond love affair doesn't turn out well.
I know.
So post-traumatic stress disorder, if she can get her psychic self-defense up, she will begin to conquer that naturally. Because all that is she haven't been able to get over a past trauma, and it's still interfering with her thinking process.
Okay. I think I got everything on here. I think I do. Because I've been trying to really help my mom develop, because I think, like, she tells me all the time, like, you're me. Like, literally, you're me. Like, 100%. I like how, because you were on live with the girl from Florida a couple days ago, and she was saying how she feel like, well, you said that her parent, because since she was a favorite, her parent's parent decided to be born again through them. And I feel like that's me, because when I was younger, I lived with my grandparents. And like when I was born, they literally took me and I lived with them. So like I find myself feeling like because me and my grandfather were like this. And he would always tell me like, you're going to be somebody. And he always like believed in me in a way where we would have conversations like we're having now. And I was only like 6, 7, 8, and we're having real conversations. Mm-hmm. And I was telling my mom, like, I think that, because she'll slip up and call me her mom. Like, she'll say to me her mom's name, or she'll call me her father. Like, she'll say these things. And I sometimes feel as if maybe in a way I am.
And not only that, genetically, both of her parents can talk to her through you, and she's psychic. So she know which one of her parents is using you as the oracle.